Hello and welcome to yet again another episode of your weekly checkup with Dr. Travis, where we cover the most trending topics here in the office and in the world. And hey, look, summer has officially arrived. So last week we talked about golf. This week we're talking about those family road trips that you are embarking on. Listen, flight airline tickets are a little bit crazy. So that means more of you are probably driving to your vacation destinations this year. And so we just want to give you a couple tips to have the most fun and healthy road trip you could possibly have. So, hey, look, when we're planning the road trip, a little old school here, I'm going to try not to get too many old man dad-isms into the process here, but we're going to plan our route. We're going to say, hey, look, how are we getting there? Might have a random McNally map, or hey, you might be new and, use Google Maps like everybody else. But hey, we want to plan the trip, and what we want to do is just really figure out what is the process going to look like while we're driving. So we're gonna have plenty of entertainment in the car. Now, I know it's not 1990 when we're going on the road trip in our conversion van to Montana like it was for me, with this little 8 or 9 inch TV and some playing cards. You probably have some technology loaded on a tablet ready, some games, some movies. But hey, my recommendation on that is, unless you want to reach each destination with a somewhat overstimulated zombie, and I know that sounds like it's an oxymoron, it kind of is, where we have the brain going a million miles an hour, but the body hasn't been moving, that's going to create one heck of a grumpy kiddo at each stop, and they're potentially not going to enjoy that trip as much as possible. So I recommend having the technology, but having a little bit of a limit on there. And instead, let's play some sightseeing games like license plate bingo, or guessing how far away bridge is. They have a whole bunch of these kinds of games at Target, on Amazon. Our family loves, we're going on a picnic, and if you don't know what that game is, feel free to reach out, but you go through the alphabet and each person has to repeat what the person said before them. We absolutely love that game, but playing games, interacting as a family, having conversation, I think is a huge thing that's been missing, and I think that could be something that could really add some enjoyment to your road trip this year. Now, of course, you want to pack some food, but let's talk about the food for a second. We want to pack food that you're going to eat and that your kids are going to eat, but we don't want a bunch of sugary filled food that's going to create this big old spike and this big old crash, because no one wants the over sugared kiddo and the crashing kiddo. And if we have both of those in the car at the same time, that can make for a super long road trip of cranky kiddos and really increase the "are we there yet?" Obviously, with food, we need lots of water. Dehydration can make you grumpy, can change your mood, it can make you edgy, and it can make you constipated. Nobody wants to go on vacation and not be able to poop. All right, and then my last tip for you, because I want to make this short and sweet, make sure you read the blog. We got even more tips in there, but control the controllables. There's a lot of things on a road trip that you can't control. So our recommendation is make frequent stops, have a lot of fun, capture every moment you can, and just control the controllables. Those are your mood, your mindset, your attitude, your joy, and bring as much fun to that car as you possibly can, because there's going to be a lot of things on a road trip you can't control. The traffic, the gas prices, grandpa driving super slow in front of you. You don't get to control those. So just focus on the things you can control, and that is how much fun and enjoyment you're going to create on your family road trip. Hey, that's all we have for you this week. I'll see you next week on your weekly checkup with Dr. Travis.